Okie dokie. 10 kilometers has been ran. Banana has been consumed. Now it's time for a good old leg day. And I'm gonna start with some hamstrings. And if you recall, last time I also started with hamstrings. Now usually I do hamstrings every 2 leg days. So that's basically every 6 days I do 1 hamstring day. But last time I did a bit less hamstrings. And today, I'm gonna do 1 hamstring day again to see if I can up the frequency. Because that's also a way to progress, right? Before I was doing like 5 to 6 sets on hamstrings, of which 3 were very hard sets, and I was resting for 5 days, then doing another workout. Last time I did 1 hard set, so the amount of hard sets are less, but the frequency is higher, and the total sets is that way going from 5 to 6 sets every 6 days to, I guess, 8 sets in total every 6 days, right? Because I'm doing every 3 days hamstring training with 4 sets in total. So when it comes to volume, that's quite a good progression, right? Also, the working sets are, basically doubling. And basically, I don't know how it's going to go, but I want to give it a go, right? So training is all about experimenting. You can progress in so many ways, sets, reps, volume, intensity, but also frequency. So it's important to keep experimenting with your training, to keep going forward, going a bit harder than last time, progressing in some way, because as long as you aim to progress in some way, doesn't matter what way, you're going somewhere. You're gonna, get stronger, get bigger muscles, and everyone is gonna be happy. So I'm gonna head outside. It's raining a bit, so I don't know how much commentary I will do, but I'm gonna head outside, do some Nordic curl holds with the hands behind the head to make it even more difficult. And basically, if I can get 6 seconds, which is 1 second longer than last time for 3 sets, I will be a happy camper. So let's go. All right. So for those of you who don't know yet, this is the Nordic curl. Normally, you go from the ground up and you pull yourself all the way, and you do it for reps. Now I'm doing a hold and isometric, and basically you can make this exercise more difficult or easy by changing the lever. So the lever starts from my heels. If I put my arms above, it becomes more difficult. If I use my fingers, like index fingers or pinky, as assistance, it becomes easier because the lever becomes lighter, right? And I guess I would say, like, when it comes to difficulty, the Nordic curl, like 1 rep, it's like the same level as like the front lever pull-up for 1 rep, for example. So I guess that's a kind of a reference you can use. Definitely try it if you want to get huge hamstrings. Fuck. All right, let's do a finisher sets. Unassisted Nordic curls, drop set it with assisted Nordic curls and a full negative. Drop set it with assisted Nordic curls. Drop set it with assisted partial Nordic curls. Drop set it with a hold at the end. Let's go. Alrighty, so that was a quick tutorial on how to destroy your hamstrings in one set, ultimate drop set. And I guess I have to mention here, like I made some no hands push-up videos in short format, but I hate to break it to you, those are leg exercises, they're not actual push-ups. So you basically use your hamstrings to pull on the stairs or whatever you hook your heel behind, and that way your body comes up, right? So it's like an insanely difficult hamstring exercise, not a push-up. So I guess to learn the ultimate push-up, you're gonna have to train legs. I'm sorry to break it to you. But this exercise, and I think most people skip legs in calisthenics because there's not that much exciting stuff compared to upper body, right? For the upper body, you have planche, you have front lever. But if there's one exciting exercise with pure body weight, for the lower body, it's the Nordic curl, because you can make it so difficult with just your body weight, right? I'm doing Nordic curls right now, but my hips are still a bit bent, right? I am not doing it in perfect form, and still I'm only able to get 6 reps after training it for months upon months upon months. Like the difficulty level is so high, and you can make it even more difficult, by placing your hands here. Try to do reps doing this, right? Or even up here, right? If you do that, the Nordic curl can become such a difficult exercise, much more difficult compared to even planche and front lever, when relatively, right? So if you're looking for an exciting bodyweight leg exercise, this is it, right? This is it, and on top of that, it will give you some huge carryover to deadlifts, right? If you ever want to try deadlifts, doing a Nordic curl is going to give you huge posterior chain gains. So it will give you a big deadlift as well, especially combined with the front lever. So that's my yap about the Nordic curl because I love the exercise too much. Now I'm going to head over to this mat. Well, I'm already here. I'm going to start doing some pistol squats. And today I'm not going to do pause reps. I'm just going to do normal reps with a bit of a higher weight because, these pause reps targeting the weak spots, aka mobility, very nice and all, but sometimes you gotta touch a bit of heavier weights as well, just so that you keep it as a habit, right? Touching heavy weight in itself is also a skill. So the ultimate goal is not a paused pistol squat. The ultimate goal is a normal pistol squat with 75 kilos. So in order to train for that today, I'm going to take 46 kilos for a ride. I'm hoping to get 2 sets of 2, and we'll see how that goes. If this goes well, I am very, very excited for the future. So warming up here, and I'll catch you on the main set. What the fuck? I'm doing a warm-up set with 24 kilos, and it feels like fucking air. Holy shit. Alright, let's move on. For context, I was laughing because the second rep felt easier than the first one. This is a rep PR, I never did 46 kilos for 2 reps. Today I did, and I'm about to do it for another set, so what's not to laugh, right? Whew! Alright, so those sets were insane. Like, I couldn't have hoped for any better result. I knew that I was going to be able to do 46 kilos for 2x2, but I wasn't expecting it to feel like this. And oh, the neighbor's cat's there. So, yeah, very happy with this, especially because I already have 10 kilometers in my legs from the running, which took me about an hour. So, I mean, I don't know what to say. Squatting every day is definitely helping. And I want to talk about something else regarding that later on, like after the training. But for now, I'm just going to move on to some past pistol squats. Usually I do this with body weight. Today I'm going to try them with a light weight. So I have, I think, 23 kilos in total here. I mean, the number really doesn't matter as long as it's in the early 20s. I'm happy. I think it's going to feel good because the first warm-up set felt just like I had nothing on me. So yeah, I'm going to try to get maybe like 5 reps on this for past pistol squats. Again, these are like more for mobility rather than strength, but it's definitely helping a lot. So let's get to it. Alright, so quadriceps are destroyed. Holy shit, those were some difficult sets at the end. The weighted past pistol squats are no joke. But there's still one thing left to do. And if you know, you know. It's the deep lunges, right? I've been doing these every training lately, even in between trainings, right? When I do my daily squats, I throw in some lunges as well sometimes. And the mobility gains are tremendous. So I'm gonna keep doing these. And I saw a comment asking me for these lunges, right? Are they purely mobility or are they also for muscle building? In my opinion, these deep lunges are really not for muscle building because it's very difficult to go to your limit. Like you're in such a deep stretch, you have to balance a bit as well, right? To go and output your maximum power from there, like from a compromised position basically, is very difficult. So if you're purely looking for hypertrophy and you're looking for a finisher set, then do the CC squat instead, right? Or do something else, but I wouldn't recommend these deep lunges, but like a CC squat, go into the max with some assistance from like a bar or something that you can hold for balance. Those are gonna kill your quadriceps way better than this one. So, well, that's not my only goal. Hypertrophy is of course very nice, but I like to get my hypertrophy through getting as strong as possible. And to get as strong as possible at the moment, I need to get more mobility. So I'm gonna do these lunges because they suit my goals. If the CC squat suits your goals, then you should do the CC squat, of course. So 3 sets of 10, let's go. Alright, so quadriceps are destroyed. Let's see how they are looking. I mean, the lighting here isn't too great, but still I feel like every time, especially lately, that these leg lays are done, I'm for one moment happy with my quadriceps. I really should learn how to pose though. But yeah, I want to mention something, right? I've been squatting every day now for I think 10 or 11 days. And roughly around the same time, I upped my calories, right? So I wasn't gaining any weight anymore. I upped my calories. So I'm eating a fuck ton at the moment, or at least for me it is. And, you know, training a fuck ton as well. And what I've noticed is like, I can keep going. Like, it's an understatement. Every day at the moment, I'm surprised at how much my body is able to handle. I mean, today, 10 kilometers of running, and then a full leg day. And yes, of course, it's difficult, but I really feel like I'm gonna recover today and be ready to squat again tomorrow. And it's purely because of those extra calories. I mean, I get for calisthenics, especially if you're super focused on skills, you want to stay relatively light. But for the people who like recreatively, for fun, want to do some skills and just be all around strong, right? All around athletic, unless you're overweight, like actually overweight and a high body fat percentage, like 20-25%, I don't think you should cut, right? Cutting is less calories, is less energy. While, if you maintain, or even better, you're a skinny dude and you can bulk some, right? You can gain some weight. The extra calories in your system are just so beneficial. And you won't notice it right away, right? I started to bulk, right? Started to slowly gain some weight, and to keep my weight gain in the beginning, slow and consistent, I didn't eat that much. But like after a while, right? When you've been in the bulk for a while, like right now I'm in month number 3 or even past it already, like almost 100 days, right? I'm really starting to notice, especially recently by upping the calories once again, like I have so much energy. It's insane. So, of course, this is only my personal opinion, but like my personal opinion is that if you can avoid cutting, avoid cutting, if you're not too fat at the moment, if you're not that overweight, right? Instead of cutting down to get ripped, try to maintain your weight and just train as hard as possible. You're going to do a body recomposition, right? If you're training as hard as possible and you're staying at the same weight and you're progressing in your performance, in your strength, your body is going to adapt. You're going to put on size. And if you're muscle size. And if you're putting on muscle size but not gaining weight, then, well, there is no way that you're going to have the same body fat as well, right? Your body fat is dropping down. And, that's just, I think training hard is so much fun. Like if you can avoid cutting and having to conserve energy, by all means go for it. That's just my opinion. Like I really can't describe the benefits right now, because every day I'm just surprised at myself at how much I can handle. And it's so much fun. Like people ask me sometimes as well, how do I combine running and training, right? Every day. I think a big part of it right now is the fact that I'm eating so much. So, Dragon Ball says it as well, right? Master Roshi, you have to train hard, study well, and eat and sleep plenty. Like in the eat and sleep plenty part at the moment, especially eating, I'm really starting to notice the benefits. So for anyone who's like on the fence of should I cut or bulk, I mean, unless you're overweight, I wouldn't recommend cutting. Like training hard is so much fun. And don't worry about your skills. Like unless your goal is to be like top of the world, like going to the international world championships for like static skills, you don't need to be extremely light to do your skills, right? If your goal is just to achieve a full planche, right, or just to achieve some front lever or some front lever pull-ups, you can do it at a higher body weight. You can do it while training legs. And if that's fun to you, training legs and doing skills, I mean, that's what you should go for. So it is also exactly what I'm doing, so that's why I'm taking the example. But yeah, I'm starting to repeat myself here, but I'm gonna head not downstairs. I'm gonna head to the shower because holy shit, I fucking reek. I stink. I smell. So yeah, I'm gonna grab a shower first, and then I'm gonna have breakfast. So I'll see you tomorrow for a push day. Ooh, these feel very tired.